morning, everyone. Hi, I am Meg, and you are watching the Makeup Mornings with Meg video series from the LovenStamps studio, which is where we're at. So welcome to my studio. And today's project is a gorgeously made card that takes all of the work out of making collage. It's actually kind of a huge cheat, and your chance to take advantage of it is getting shorter. So don't miss out on that. But the project that we're going to make today is a Trifold DSP card-based card. DSP is the shortened lingo for designer series paper, where the paper is like scrapbook kind of paper where it's beautiful on both sides and you don't want to cover up either side. You want to use both sides on your project. I know it's one of the most terrible things about double-sided pretty paper. So here is the paper that we're going to use, and I think you'll agree that it is absolutely just gorgeous. This is the back side of it, which is also very pretty. Kind of got this torn paper collage look going on. And I think that you guys are going to be excited about the card we're going to make with this. So like I said, we're going to use all of the pieces of the paper, both sides, and show it off. And then I had this package here of like all of my scraps from this designer series paper. It's about to retire. It ends at the end of the month. But I had all this paper left over, and I thought, you know what? It's really pretty. And I have these strips from making these cards, these trifold cards. And so I thought this strip is really begging to be a gift bow. So if we have time at the end, we're going to try and turn this into a gift bow. So it's been a long time since I've made one. I think we'll remember though. They're not hard. All right. I've got my glue gun heated up for that part already and everything. So, hey Trish, good morning. Yeah, say hi if you guys are here. I'm always happy to see everyone who's joining us for the live, and then happy to see you guys who are joining later. So say hi whether you're watching the replay or not. So anyhow, with that, I think we're going to get started. Happy Monday, right? I know it's not Monday. I know it's Tuesday. But anyway, just like we have happy pre-Fridays, this is like happy post-Monday, I guess. We celebrate on Tuesdays and Thursdays at LovenStamps Studio. We celebrate post-Monday and pre-Fridays. All right. So we have, like I said, this super gorgeous paper. Now, we're going to go ahead and trim this. It is cut to 5 1/4 inches by 12 inches. You can see that whole thing there. And the reason for that is that we are going to go ahead and mount this on a piece of cardstock. This is a quarter sheet. So it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 of the very, very beautiful Sweet Sorbet color, which is about to disappear. So don't miss that if you haven't added it to your collection already. So 12 inches wide, we're going to score this. We have a 4-inch wide section here that we want to use. So I'm going to go ahead and score this at 4 inches and 8 inches. And make sure you use your scoring blade, not your cutting blade. Oh, sigh. It is like a post-Monday there. Okay, so 4 inches and then 8 inches. Now, there is a real trick to getting these papers. Hey, Pauline. Hey, Sue. To getting these papers to fold correctly, because what we want to do is go ahead and fold in our score lines. Isn't that just beautiful? I know it looks dimensional. It's so like trompe l'oeil, fools the eye, but it is for real flat paper. So when we fold the second one here, the problem is that it's really hard to close this. It doesn't want to close neatly. So this is the little trick for this kind of card. On that inside fold, just go ahead and trim off. It doesn't even have to be a 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch will do. Just that little bit there. And now this folds absolutely perfectly and beautifully with no problem. So a really quick save there. Now, there are a whole bunch of other pretty papers in this package. There are, for example, this mountain paper here, which would make a beautiful card just like this. There are some other, here's one that I've already folded as a paper. I think I'd use it, I guess I'd do it this way, except I've already trimmed that, but that's okay actually. So here, watch what we'll do. I decided I liked it better this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim off my 1/8 of an inch here. So it's a really flexible card. It doesn't matter. You can trim off as many things as you like. There we go. And actually it's kind of pretty this way, because now on the front of this card, if it opens like this, then it will have that extra little sliver showing. So there are these papers, there are these torn sheets. What else is in here? This is a mix of partial packs because I've used so much of this. There's actually a whole series of, oh yeah, there's these painted collage papers. Oh, Sue asked the name of the DSP again, this one here. It's called Masterfully Made, and it is on the last chance product list with a really, really nice discount. So this is a really great chance to grab it. And then actually, if you have to jump off the video and go shop right now, I mean, I would like forgive you. Just kidding. You can go do whatever you want. But the clearance rack updated today too. So you're going to want to look on the clearance rack on the online store because there are a whole bunch of things that you can stock up on there too at a really great price. So see, we could just go ahead and do this card too. But I don't want to. I want to do this one. I am in love with those flowers. Okay. So first things first, let's go ahead and glue this down. I have my multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm going to put glue on this panel here. You could put the glue on the sorbet cardstock and put this down, but that seems dangerous to me because then if you overshoot, you are kind of stuck. No pun intended, but you have glue sticking out everywhere. So fold this into thirds, then you can easily see that you're getting an even border all the way around there. Okay, and now we need to make something for the inside of our card. So this piece of cardstock I have cut already also. And since we're just layering down the 1/8 of an inch each time, this one is going to be, I guess I should double check. Yes, 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and it's gonna fit inside here. And this is where our gorgeously made stamps are going to come in. They are available just like the gorgeously made dies, which we are also going to be using. But the gorgeously made dies and stamps you will not want to get as a bundle right now because the dies are on last chance list pricing and they are much cheaper that way. So you would want to get them separately. I know we're all conditioned to look at the bundles. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to use these 3 dies here on the front of our card, but let's get to that in a minute. In the meantime, we have our gorgeously made here. And I love the easy collage stamping of this stamp set. It might not look like much, but it is a wonderful set. I keep all your extra pieces handy in there. It is a wonderful set for collage stamping, and we're going to go ahead and do a quick fix of this right now. Oh, I think I started to say and then distracted myself, excuse me, that I have on my LovenStamps blog, I have a gallery of past projects, and I used this stamp and paper last year when the catalog first came out for a great set of projects. So you can look those up on my blog also for more ideas on this set. All right, colors for this come directly from the Designer Series paper. We have Berry Burst, we have Sweet Sorbet there on the red flowers, and we have Parakeet Party. These 2 are going away, so do not miss them. And let's go ahead and stamp our pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and start with Parakeet Party and move our card out of the way, get ourselves a place to stamp in the middle here. And easier if it is flat on the table. Okay, so some easy stamping for this. And then, of course, you would want to make an envelope for yourself at the same time. And so I'm just going to stamp the same material here on the envelope as on our card. And I already have another card, so I'm going to cheat and stamp 2 envelopes at the same time. It's just that quick. All right, now we have this tall bit here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp this in Sweet Sorbet. And we're going to do that. We need our second envelope. Okay. And then we are going to lastly use our Berry Burst and add some text to this. So what do you guys think of these colors? Are you loving these brights together? I kind of am. Watch out on this stamp. It does have a direction to it. And so it's not super obvious if you miss, but generally I try to keep it pointed the right direction. All right, just that little bit of text is very like collage-y friendly there. So, all right, save that envelope for later. We'll use this one for our card. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna need my Berry Burst pad on the front of our cards here. And let's go ahead and attach this here inside our card. Get that set aside and glue. So there's a kind of funny thing when I'm making these videos. I'm talking to you guys who are watching, but I'm also totally talking to myself. So really, stream of consciousness is kind of an amazing and funny thing. Speaking of talking to someone else, I'm really excited. Tomorrow is our first live Zoom call for the Maker Club, the Why Did I Buy This Maker Club that I'm running with my friend Lindsay. She's a Canadian demonstrator. If you haven't signed up for the Maker Club yet, you can sign up to participate in May. We sent boxes to everyone. We've been chatting it up on a special group. And tomorrow is our first episode together, our first Zoom live. So I'm really excited about that. And then I won't have to talk to people who just have to type comments. I'll be able to talk to people who can speak back to me. Anyway, so we have our card here with our very pretty inside set, but the front of our card, while beautiful, does need some extra design. So like I said, we're going to use these two dies here. And I used to be very much afraid of dies like this. Hello in the Netherlands. Dies like this because I just felt like they weren't going to cut cleanly and it wasn't going to be a fun experience and I would have to like poke all the pieces. But honestly, that is not the case at all with these. They're very high quality steel dies and they cut beautifully. So I have, through the magic of television, cut those two from the surprise color of cardstock, Basic White. And when I have something like this that has an extremely busy background, I actually love the chance to just put something sort of clean and white on the front of it, just like that, and just crisp to contrast the busyness that's already there on our paper, okay? So we're gonna have that there, and then this is our second and third. This is a great card to make for a stamp set that has sort of a multi-stage greeting. Hey, in North Carolina, Connie. For a multi-stage greeting, because you can have, you know, 3 panels. You have 1 panel and then the inside and then the total inside of your card. So you can have, you know, hi, for real. Yes, really, I mean you, or something like that. All right. So next thing we're going to do is add our greeting strip to this. And the other die that is here in this set is a really fun little bit of washi tape die. See, like this. So we're going to go ahead and stamp this. And I'm going to go with a very simple hello. Although you're a great friend and thank you. Also work beautifully for this card. And we're going to put that on there. And then I have a little bit of washi tape here to pop on, and I'm going to kind of center our die and then put this washi tape across here to hold it in place. Although this washi tape has seen better days, so maybe it'll work and maybe it won't. All right, come with me to my die cut machine, and we're going to go ahead and pop this through. Sorry about that, I'm back. The Stampin' Cut and Emboss Mini is super handy because it's just super easy to move around. So, all right, I'm going to pop this on here. And, oh, you guys want to see what I'm doing again? Sorry about that. Here is our greeting piece. Now, the easiest way to attach these little branchy pieces is to not glue them. And so I'm going to grab a strip. I always save my edging. Do you guys save your edgings here of your dimensional strips? Hey, Shannon. Wow, we're across the country here today. We've got Southern California to North Carolina. Let's see. Oh, Kelly said vellum would be another good option for the die cuts. Yes. Yeah, it just depends on how much you want to have your paper show through, how much you want that line there, the line art of the white to be shown. So vellum would be a great choice. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take that strip across there and pop this on, and just like that, okay? So I had them arranged and now I've added. Now the thing is there's so much paper covering this up that it's not super sticky down to the card. So I'm just gonna go ahead and help it with a little bit more multi-purpose liquid glue. and get that set there. All right, remember, multi-purpose liquid glue doesn't grab instantly. You have to hold it for a second until it grabs. There we go. It does grab strong, so you don't have to worry about it going anywhere, but it's not instant. And then we have our ribbon here. And when I tie a ribbon, this is the retiring parakeet party woven trim. Metallic woven trim, I think it's called. The supplies are in the video description, as always. When I have this ribbon and I tie a bow, it feels a little bit underwhelming to me. I mean, it's cute, but it's not like, it doesn't jump out. So what we're gonna do is we're going to double it. So I'm gonna grab a length here of doubled ribbon, and I'm gonna tie the same bow, but I'm gonna tie it with a doubled ribbon. And now, when I have that same bow, do you see how it just has a lot more, it has a lot more oomph to it? So when you have a ribbon that's very fine like this, think about doubling rather than just using it as a single bit. Now we have the set right here, and I need to attach that. And my favorite way to attach ribbon like that is to use mini glue dots. So I'm gonna grab these. Now here's a trick for mini glue dots and bows. You know, like the impulse is to just pop one in the center. That's fine, that's a good idea. Remember, you're pressing your ribbon down onto the bow, not like picking the thing up and trying to stick it. You just, as the fewer times your hand touches it, the better. But add more mini glue dots off to the side, because you get more, there's more surface area there to stick, and then you're less likely to have things pop off when you don't want them to. Let's see, bow this way. No, the bow's gonna go this way. All right, so now we have our bow here stuck down. Hey, Becky. So there is a good bow tip for you. Now, I feel like this card can use more bling, so we are going to add more bling to it. These are the iridescent pastel gems, and I adore them. I think that they are beautiful, and they are about to disappear also. You can see mine are disappearing. So make sure you take advantage of adding these to your cart while you can. And we're gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna pop one big honkin' rhinestone here onto our, as I dropped it, onto our project, like that. All right, now I was talking to a stamper yesterday, and she said, oh, I don't really like to use gems because they cost extra postage. This is very true. If you weren't aware, I have a trick for you. So what I like to do when I have something that is as hugely dimensional as this, I would go ahead and I would put this into my envelope, and then I would take an extra piece of cardstock or even the backing paper. I love this paper right here. Hey, Anna. And, oh yeah, Sue likes the bling. This backing paper is like tag board kind of weight. It's not heavy enough that it's gonna cost more to mail your card, but putting a piece of that, you could either put it just over the rhinestone like a little square, and I just tuck it in on the top like that and let it, seal itself shut. Or you could just put a whole like quarter sheet of that in here. But what that'll do is it'll protect your envelope from getting ripped out by that gem, and it just makes it a little bit easier to mail. Now you will have to add an extra bit of postage to this, and the post office, I don't know, I have trouble keeping track. So usually when I go in and I'm standing at the counter, I just say, hey, how much is it to add like for an extra bump? And then they tell me what it is, and then sometimes they have like an actual stamp that's just for the bump. So I would put on this like a regular postage stamp plus the bump extra. I don't know, it's like 17 or 20 cents. And really, if you're mailing a beautiful card, like what, not a big deal, that a little bit. So, but if you plan ahead, then you can just have an extra bit of stamps on hand to always make up that postage for yourself so that it's easy to mail. All right, now I promised you guys, here's another version of this card with a slightly different designer series paper. This is not the border paper. This is the one that's that full sheet, and here is that. So two kind of different versions of this card. You can see why I really like the white. It just really stands out. Or vellum was Kelly's idea, also a good choice. Oops. Okay, sorry, my cords are getting weird here. All right, so those are our two cards versions there. So I hope you guys like those. But we seriously need to, oh, Margie, you're maybe late to jump in, but you're here for project number 2, which I'm kind of excited to show you guys and to make up as we go along. So this is like I sometimes have a series I call, what do I call it? It's the one where I make stuff live. I mean, I know I'm making stuff live, but where I make it up as we go along. Now I can't remember the name of that series. Reality crafting. Reality crafting is what I call it. If you want to see that, you can search LovenStamps and then hashtag reality crafting, where basically I don't have a project planned out. I just make it up as we go along together, which is sometimes hilarious and sometimes fun. But I wanted to show this. So this is our reality crafting portion. So I have these strips. Because if you're cutting to make these trifold cards, you're basically going to get 2 from each sheet of paper, and then you're going to get 1 strip at the end. So these strips are a little bit wide, but I think they need to be bows. So they're 1.5 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them down to 3/4 inches each. So let's do that. And have you guys made paper gift bows yourselves before? They're really fun. And you can make them in all different sizes. Oh, I messed that up. Okay, well, let's see. I guess we're gonna do this one a little bit less. So apparently this one's gonna be half of. Okay, there we go. Now I have lots of narrower strips. Maybe I should make them all narrower strips, and we'll just make a little gift bow. Yeah. We'll live dangerously. We're gonna go with the bigger ones. Did I measure this right? Apparently I cannot talk and measure at the same time. Okay, so now we have all of our strippies here. And one of the great things about these is that they're gonna be beautiful inside and out. Aww. Okay, so to do this project, remember the corners of the gift bow basically are made by putting the strips together just like this. So this is going to be, I guess, is that how we do it, right? Yeah, like that. Oh, this is the right side. Okay, sorry, a little slow here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make our little bit like that. And then I'm going to take this one and flip it over one more time. And it would be really convenient if I could do this with a 6-inch piece. It looks a little too wide. Okay, we're gonna go with the narrower one here. And this is what we get for reality crafting. Oh, this looks about right. Okay, so I'm gonna flip that and then I'm gonna bring this around. Just so you see how I did that, I'm bringing it around and flipping it upside down so that we have this piece here. Oh, that looks perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and cut these to 6 inches and we're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 of them for the inside of our bow. So handy to have a ruler right here at the bottom. And like I said, I heated up my hot glue gun because I just didn't feel like struggling with things. Silicone pad is great for this. And so I'm gonna bring these to the center. Let's just sort of test here. Yep, I think that's gonna be good. We'll see what happens. So I'm gonna put a dot of glue in the middle and bring this around. Does anyone else burn their hands every time they use a hot glue gun? That is me. Yep, every time. Okay, so now we have our first of our little bow pieces set. We're gonna repeat that. So a dot here, and I'm gonna bring this around and flip. And then the other one is gonna go the other direction, around and flip. There we go, 1, 2. Are you guys with me still? Silicone mat is a great thing to work on. And 1 here. We're gonna bring the back around and then a little bit more glue. Oh, the projects this glue gun and I have made together. Do you guys get nostalgic about your craft supplies? Is it just me? Think back to all the fun, crazy things you've done together. All right, 1 more here. Oh, I'm like way off at the corner. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Okay, so that is going to be our 4. It looks to me like 3 maybe is adequate. So for this size bow, so I have an extra. All right, so see how these are going to come together? We're gonna go ahead and glue them to each other in the center. And I'm gonna work fast so that I can turn them just a tiny bit while the glue is still hot if needed. But I think that looks pretty good. All right, see our little bow coming together here? All right, now the next one actually takes a little bit more finesse, and I need some of those narrow strips again. So this one, I think we're gonna have to do a little bit tighter. So let's see what happens if I do like a 4-inch strip. You know what, we're just gonna live dangerously and we're gonna try it. I've got more paper, I can always cut. After all, it's just scraps from the bottom of our paper pack, right? So let's see, how is this for size? Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. Okay, would you guys like to see a little bit better? All right, so here's gonna be our piece, our size here. See if I make that just about right. Okay, so again, I'm gonna do the same thing, put a dot in the center, bring the paper around one way and another dot, and bring the paper around from the other side. It is a little easier to work flat than in the middle of the air here. Okay, and then cut myself another 4-inch section of this paper, put a dot in the center, and bring my paper around. Oh, have a good dinner. Okay. Oh, hi, Joan. Hey, Washington. All right. Oh, I didn't burn myself there. Maybe I just have no feeling left in my fingers. All right. I've also learned to put my heat gun on low melt instead of high melt, so it doesn't stay hot quite as long, but you don't have to move it quite as quickly either. So I don't know. Are you guys low melt or hot melt? You know what I'm talking about, right? Like you can choose here, low melt or hot melt fans. All right, so just testing the spacing on this. I think this one's a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna put this one underneath, and this is gonna go in here like this. I think there, oh, I see why we should have had 4 on the bow. Okay, well, anyway, it's gonna be fine. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put this dot in here with our bow there. I'm gonna try and get this to go between, sorry. There we go. So do you see how I kind of wanted those points to go across there? And then we're gonna put our other one, our last little bit in here. Okay, I'm gonna cheat and tip those up just a little bit. Okay, so we have that. And then I'm gonna take this last little bit, and for the last one, all you do is make a little roll like that. And we're gonna pop that roll inside. So let's go ahead and clip that. Can't put my finger in it to roll it when it's got hot glue in it. Let's see, that seems about right. Okay, and then let's see if I can get this in there without squashing it. We're gonna pop this in. There's quite a lot of hot glue built up there in the center of our little bow thing. There we go. Okay, yay, all right, kind of fun, yeah? All right, so I think if you look at how you're actually supposed to make these bows, you're supposed to actually put 4 of these pieces, 1, 2, 3, so that you can have a bigger space in the middle for your next layer. But honestly, I think they're kind of cute. And with the designer series paper being so pretty on both sides, like really, you know, it's a gorgeous thing to make, and it just scraps. So, all right, so if I was gonna mail my card, I could like, you know, put my card inside here and add a little bow to the envelope, or maybe I'd pop it down here or something like that, so that we have a great way to show off our designer series paper and to use up the scraps, right, that you have on hand anyway. You know you were wanting to. So this project was inspired by a couple strips that have been laying on my table for a long time. These are, oh yeah, it does look like a flower. Sue says it looks like a flower. Probably it needs some bling on there, don't you think, Sue? These strips have been laying on my table for a while. They're from a project that I'll show you this week or next week. And I was just thinking, oh, there's need to be paper strips, or paper strip flowers. Flower, paper strip, yes. Anyway, okay, and I have 2 mailbag cards to share with you. One of them is perfect timing. My friend Kathy made this card, and it features the paper or the die cut here from the gorgeously made dies that we're using today. So yay, fun timing. Thank you, Kathy. I absolutely love this. This is beautiful. And she used the die here that's also in the same set. It's the one with the sort of that binder paper, notebook paper look. So really pretty. And then a gorgeous card from my friend Cindy. And here it is. This might look familiar. Remember we did a series, a couple projects where we did this fold over corner paper piece. And I love the way Cindy used this one here. Just really gorgeous. And this was paper from Celebration. So pretty. So a really fun, really sweet card. I love these. I was surprised at how much I loved them. And then I'm just going to cover up my note here, but really pretty card there on the inside. So lovely. So lovely cards in the mailbag. I love getting cards in the mail. It always just brightens my day, right? So much more fun. It's otherwise just mostly junk mail these days. I mean, we don't even get bills in the mail. They all come online. So cards really make it so much nicer. So, all right. Oh yeah, Sue says bingo bling. And oh, Anna, I'm glad you like this. Yeah, these little bows are super easy. And they used to be really expensive to buy at the store. So making them is kind of a breeze. And I mean, who doesn't love a chance to get their hot glue gun out? So, all right, everybody. Well, that is us for this fabulous post Monday, otherwise known as Tuesday. And I will be back on Thursday with another Maker Mornings with Meg project. And then I do have, let's see, what other reminders? Go check out the clearance rack. I don't know if I put the link in the video description. If I didn't, I'll put it in the comments so you can go check that out. There are lots of really great offers there. Okay, my personal favorite. Let me grab this card here. I think that I still have one. Yes, I still have one out. So this is actually another example of a trifold card. And these stamps and dies are gone, but the paper is in the clearance rack. And I am going to hang up here with our video and go buy some of that paper because we love being outdoors in my family, backpacking, camping, rock climbing, all of those things. And so this paper is very near and dear to my heart. So here is the card that is got the stamps and dies and so forth on it. It says Mountains of Thanks, Hardy Har Har. A pun. I know you're shocked that I love that. And then this one I closed with a tie, and then the card opens actually like this, and it has this gorgeous mountain scene on the paper. So this designer series paper, here's the back side of it. This designer series paper just showed up in the clearance rack. It's retired from last year's catalog. And so if you haven't got it and you like doing things with scenery, even if you like driving to beautiful places and looking out at mountain views, this paper is absolutely gorgeous. So highly recommend. This cloud die is part of this hiker stamp set that's retired, but you can get the Cloud Punch off of the Last Chance product list, which is on discount, or there are other cloud dies in the Lighter Than Air suite. The name of that stamp set with the balloons is escaping me at the moment, the hot air balloons. Joan said she never ordered this as DSP, but it's beautiful. Yes, and instead of $12.50 for a pack of DSP, it's like $4, a little over $4. I mean, you can't not get it. So use the host code if your order is under $150. I appreciate it if you guys are shopping with me. That helps to support my ability to make these videos for you. And if you are over $150, don't use the host code. Just make sure you're still shopping with me so that you earn your LovenStamps Perks Points. And then you will get to pick out your own Stampin Rewards when you place your order. So Margie says it reminds her of the Badlands. Yes, you know what? I've actually never been to the Badlands. I realize that is a huge oversight on my part. I will need to get there. But yeah. Oh, hi from sunny Montana. So if it's sunny in Montana, then probably we are going to get sun in the next day or two, because right now it is not sunny here today. We are like rain all day, but it makes the grass grow. So, All right, everybody. Have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you back on Thursday for another Make or Morse with Meg video. So thanks, Corinne. Happy stamping, everyone.